Hey guys, it's Joanna from Nesting Story, and today I just wanted to do a one-take chit-chat. I actually haven't done these in quite a while, so it's one take. The sun is going in and out. I need to wash my hair, but otherwise all is good. Before I dive into what I wanted to talk to you about with the blog, I wanted to mention that yesterday I started a conversation on Insta Stories talking about how the past couple months I felt kind of stuck. I didn't feel anxious, I didn't feel depressed, I felt stuck. And I think a lot of it has to do with, well, it's sunny now, so this is quite nice, and that's probably why my mood feels so good right now. But we get a lot of gray days in so it's like something, this is a one take, guys. There's something, I think there's a little plane flying over my house. The whole thing was shaking. In November and October here in Ontario, Canada, we get a lot of gray days, and it has been particularly gray and snowy this season. It's not too uncommon, but it's not every year that we get it this much and this much rain and stuff. So that has definitely played a factor because I always struggle in the fall. Another thing is my work has been busy. It's great, but it's been so busy that it's kind of started to like impact our weekends, and I've just felt really burnt out and run down. Not so much run down, just like, what am I doing? I'm kind of like letting the house get messy and going into a lot of survival mode. And trust me, I'm all for this hair. I'm getting it colored next week. I'm thinking I'm gonna get rid of some of this roots, but it's obviously, as I look at it in the camera, I'm like, it's obviously bugging me. Yeah, so I've been letting our house get messy, and I've been going into a bit of a survival mode, which I am all for. Like, I am all for, if you're going through a rough patch or have a new baby or twins or whatever, like, use a survival mode. Even like now, you don't need to have a huge life event. Here's the problem. I've been kind of sitting in this space for a couple months now, and enough is enough, and I needed to pull myself out and like clean the house and get on with some stuff, because I found that I was so mentally burnt out that when I wasn't working or I wasn't picking up the kids from school or doing what I had to do, I was just like mindlessly scrolling on my phone. I don't even know what I was doing, but nothing really productive and nothing that was making me feel better. So I am pushing myself each day to do something like clean a room or start packing for a trip or do some self-care, like extra self-care. So I'm on a bit of a journey. This is happening more over on Instagram. I took a poll to ask if anyone else felt this way, and it's 90% of you that follow me on Instagram. 90% feel this way too. So I'm just sharing things like putting extra effort into the lunch I was making for myself yesterday, and I think I might get some kind of gratitude journal. I've never done that before, but I'm gonna just try some new things every day and stop waiting for Christmas or waiting for my trip and just get on with life now. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. The second thing is I've been announcing this on different places where Nesting Story is. So I've been talking about it on Facebook and then on Instagram. I'll be putting a blog post out soon. But basically, if you are unaware, Nesting Story started as a blog back in 2013, actually. I used to be an interior designer, and then I had my own interior design company, and then I got pregnant with the twins, and I was encouraged by some new moms around me that I should switch it to a personal blog. I was always giving advice, and they thought you'd be really good at switching it over. So I did. When the twins were born, Nesting Story went from a design blog to a parenting blog. Since then, it's kind of gone full circle, and now it's like parenting and lifestyle and design and everything. But I'm finding that, first of all, it's hard to kind of keep up with everything. I'm doing so much. I'm now doing YouTube. I wasn't doing YouTube back when I started it as a personal blog, and there's some other projects I want to do. And I've also found I'm very interested in educating and helping other people build their business or their blogs or their YouTube channels. That's why Amanda and I go around and speak. We, to this day, have never been paid for speaking. We just love doing it. We just really, really feel like there's room for everybody. And that's something too with the blog. So I am going to be taking on contributors in 2019. I'm really excited about this. I don't know all the details about how it will all work. I have a team of people who've worked for me for over a year. Melissa, who is like the brand manager basically, but she's the one that's fielding the emails, and then Carly kind of helps me with some behind the scenes stuff, and then there's another team member that helps me more with like invoicing and things like that. So Melissa's kind of heading this up for me, and if you think that this is a good fit for you, I would love for you to email a sample submission, a little bit about yourself, and a sample photo. None of it would be published. It's only for internal review. And we're making a list of who we think would be great contributors. So like I said, we haven't worked out all the details, but some things I can share with you is that we are currently going through the process of making a short list. I think we're closing, the end date for submissions is December 31st. So if you want to submit a sample blog post, that is the last day. We are taking submissions worldwide, so you don't have to live near me. And we're looking for anything with lifestyle, so home or recipes or fashion or makeup or relationships or motherhood, anything that maybe I would talk about with you over coffee. So we've had quite a few motherhood submissions, but if you like, it does not hurt to submit. I'm sure we'll have more than one that can submit for motherhood. But the other thing I was gonna say, if you're gonna submit for motherhood, maybe suggest some other things that you would also be good at writing about. And some of the other things that the details we're ironing out. So we are gonna be working with people who are trying to get their businesses up and running. So we're gonna be, or their blogs or YouTube channels, but it is a writing submission. So I've had people ask about video, but it is for the blog, so it's for writing and photography. But I want to make sure that any traffic that comes in from that can get funneled over to your business or your blog. And I used to write for Baby Center US for many years, and I have little tips and tricks about how I used to do that they were like, would have me teach other bloggers there, because it's it works. It works the way that you can kind of hook people there and then bring them into where you want them to go. So that's a great benefit to you. Also, there would be, once things get up and running and people get to know you, there's future opportunity for when sponsors come our way and brands come our way that's maybe not a fit to partner maybe with me, but it would be a great fit for one of our contributors. There's that opportunity there to be able to do some sponsored content. So that's great too. We're also talking about doing things like online workshops, having a private Facebook group, and ways that we can help our contributors grow and learn. And we want to see you succeed as well. So this is really exciting. I'm really excited. I will also say that we have a very specific vibe in mind for the blog, very in line with how I share. So I would describe the way I share as like, I try to be inspirational, but I try to create some beauty, but there's like, I'm not trying to be too curated. I'm not looking for overly perfect. Also, I'm also not looking for like overly aggressive or overly, you can have opinions, but the way I try to deliver any opinion of mine is to always say, you know, this is what's worked for me, instead of like, you have to do this. So there's that kind of tone, but we are making a short list of people who we feel like fit in the tone, and you could be an incredible writer. And if you haven't made that list, please don't take it personally. It's more just this specific vision our team has in mind for the blog. We may also do some regular contributors and maybe some one-offs here and there just to try some other people out, but it really doesn't hurt to submit. It could be just that you've wanted to say something for a long time, or you've been interested in blogging for a long time, or you're looking for a way to get your blog or project kind of like seen more, or just get things moving more. It's a great opportunity, and this is something way back I used to write for a lot of different websites too. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is something that I'm really excited about for 2019, and it's kind of lighting a fire under me, because it makes me actually want to write more. I'm barely ever getting blog posts out lately, and I have a lot I want to say and do, and I feel like with a team behind me and us as a collective group saying something important and something that could relate, or something just like, I saw this movie and this is what I thought about it. I don't know, but I feel like that for me encourages me to blog more and to get some thoughts that I have on the blog more. So I thank you so much for following Nestine's story and following my journey, and I'm really excited for the next chapter, because I'm always kind of making sure that Nestine's story grows with myself, grows with my family, and is still relevant and still makes sense with my family's dynamic and everything like that. So this is a really exciting new chapter. So I think that's all I wanted to say to you guys today. I believe it is. I'm really excited to kind of like do what I need to do to keep this momentum going of getting myself unstuck. But if you have not subscribed to the Nesting Story, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.